Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, I want to jump back into Last CLOUDIA and talk a little bit more about this game. Now, a couple of days ago, I posted a video talking about how the game basically tripled its player base within like a month, which is actually really impressive for a gacha game, because most gacha games kind of, dip over time, but it was cool to see that this game, like over the period of a month, over the last couple of months, has kind of boosted its player base. And one thing that's been pretty cool about me posting that video is I've gone through and I've read your guys' comments, and it was really interesting to see how many of you guys agreed with me that you were players that jumped into the game when it first came out, you liked it, but then there was a lot of kind of mishandling behind the scenes that made you leave the game. But then recently, with all the quality of life updates and a lot of the collaboration events and a lot of the, just in-game events in general that have come into the game, a lot of you guys have been really enjoying it, and I'm actually one of you. I've been really enjoying this game, kind of coming back to it. I've probably put about another 5 or 6 hours into the game since the last video, which is a pretty big deal for me. For me to play a gacha game, not just for work, but for actual fun, is kind of a big deal. And so what I want to do is actually kind of go through today and talk about some of the elements of this game that have made it easier for me to kind of come back to, and then elements of the game that I didn't really participate too much in the last time that I played that I've absolutely fallen in love with today. And so if you guys enjoyed today's video and want to see more videos like this, where I kind of jump back into older games, talk about changes and things like that, and let you guys know some of the updates, then let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to like button and subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and talk about Last CLOUDIA and some of the kind of bigger quality of life updates that they've brought. One of them, which you probably just saw in this video, is they've brought in auto combat. Now, I believe the first time I played the game, or at least when it first came out, they didn't have kind of like fully realized auto combat. I can't exactly remember. I just remember, like, as of right now, the combat has become a lot more enjoyable for me, mainly for the fact that I've really enjoyed the character building aspects of this game, which we'll get into in just a little bit. But it's been really cool to kind of see how I've built my characters in a certain way, and which arcs I use for characters have actually really affected the overall gameplay experience that I've had, specifically with combat. Now, one of the other things I talked about was the trading space. This is something that is brand new. This was not in here the last time I played. Now, one of the big reasons why I've actually really liked the trading space so far specifically has to deal with character advancements. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about how, like, the game, when it comes to character advancement, specifically like end game stuff, it can get really grindy. Now, I actually really like the character advancement in this game. There's really only one aspect of it I don't like, and that's only because it takes a lot of time, or you have to, do a lot of summons, and that's the awakening of the characters, because you want to get the characters' materials, their souls, in order to do this. But as a free-to-play player, you can totally get the souls. It just takes time. There are ways to do that. They have like daily events that you can jump into to acquire souls. You have, I believe it's called like the Conquer that you can do too, where you basically put your characters in, and then passively over time they'll be able to collect souls for them, for themselves. So there are ways to collect them for free. But specifically, what I want to talk about is things when it comes to enhancing your characters and pushing past their limits. Now, a lot of these items that you can get, there are like daily quests that you can complete to get these items, but sometimes it takes a while to get these items if you're just kind of mindlessly grinding through the daily quests every single day, which you have to use specific stamina points to do that. And sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating. But the cool thing is with this new trading space thing, even with some of like the newer events that are going on, like they're doing a rerun event for the Blaze boot camp, you can get a lot of materials specifically designed to upgrade your characters, and it's awesome. I love it, and it makes it so much easier to go through and enhance these characters, at least for me personally, since the last time I played. Now, I recently came in here and there was an item that I really wanted. It's probably here down at the bottom, the Claw Merrick, which is a equipment item that I wanted for one of my main characters. And I was able to get this within like 10-15 minutes, which was awesome. And I know a lot of people kind of have issues with the fact that like getting some like really powerful weapons and stuff in this game can be kind of difficult. But the truth of it is, with a lot of these events and stuff, I've been able to get some pretty dang good equipment items for some of my characters, even though I personally feel like I'm a noob to this game. You can even see my armor and my accessories for this character are pretty crappy. Like, they're 1 and 2 stars, but the Claw Merrick has actually helped me out significantly, and I love that. I love this aspect of these weapons that like actually make a pretty big difference for your characters. And I feel like with a lot of gacha games, it's mainly like you just go and you collect as many of the equipments as possible, and then you upgrade your characters with the equipment, and then go gather more equipment. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the fact that when you get equipment for your characters, if the equipment is good for that character, it will actually help the character out. So for example, the tier 5 gear plate Bellow Lord, I believe I just got this through an event, gives 167 to defense, 35 to attack. It's a 5-star. I don't personally know if this is like a really, really great armor piece, but it's helped me out significantly in my own gameplay to see kind of the boost that it gives to my overall stats. Now, I talked about before some of the things that I really like about this game. I like the enhancements, not a big fan of the awakening, but there are ways to do that as a free-to-play player. I love the way that you unlock abilities and traits, because unlocking abilities, this giant, massive grid tree system, I'm a huge fan of horizontal progression systems like this. I'm a big, big fan of it. And so, like, I can look around. For example, the ammunition control is the next thing I want to unlock. I've gone through, I've acquired the materials that I need, which, by the way, I did not get these materials by grinding. I got them through just playing events and stuff. I can now go ahead and unlock that, and I've got a massive boost to my character. I love that. I love, like, looking around this grid and, like, seeing, like, okay, what do I want to work towards next? Oh, maybe I want to go for the Machine Slayer, or maybe I want to go for the Sorcerer Killer, depending on, like, how I want to build this character. Maybe I want to unlock Fast Brave, and so I can kind of, push my way up this way to unlock Fast Brave. I'm a big fan of this style of progression system in this game. And that's one of the kind of the big things too, is with all these kind of quality of life improvements with the trading space, the auto combat, the constant rerunning of events and new events and collaborations. It's just made it so much easier to do a lot of these things. And that's kind of like the biggest reason why I've kind of stuck with the game over the last couple of days. Now, I'm probably going to do a video for the last CLOUDIA Dr. Stone event because we are getting a free guaranteed character. There are going to be 5 characters that will be available, but we are guaranteed to get at least one of them just by participating in the event. Now, it doesn't specifically say if we're going to get the SR Arc Stone World for free, but it does say that we should be able to get something for free. I know the guaranteed character, but by participating in the event, you'll be able to get one of the collaboration limited units is guaranteed. In addition, the SR Arc Stone World, featuring key visuals from the original Dr. Stone anime, is also available. Now, I don't know if we don't know if we're going to get that for free, but at least it's there. Now, for me personally right now, the main event that's kind of going on, the Prologue to the Future, this is a bit of a grindy event. I've got 600 event medals. I just need 400 event medals left, and I'm going to go ahead and unlock this SR Arc right here, which I'm pretty excited to finally unlock this thing. I've been kind of working towards it the last couple days. I've still got another like 7 days left anyway, so it's not that big of a deal to kind of grind through that. But there you guys go, kind of just talking a little bit more about the game, and kind of surprised to see how many people actually have been really enjoying this game so far, and to hear a lot of your guys' opinions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to see videos specifically about Last CLOUDIA, maybe like the Dr. Stone event, or I don't know, I've found a lot of like little cool tidbits here and there, or maybe even like a summoning video, because I've been saving up a lot of my summons. I've actually probably spent about 6,000 of my free gems. I still have about 12,000 left. So the game has definitely been giving me a lot of premium currency lately, which is pretty awesome. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And again, if you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Well, friends, my name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.